Thank you for joining our athletic webinar entitled How to Maximize Your Snow Ski Experience. Whether you ski the mountains or cross country, whether you ski competitively or just for fun, the information I'm going to share with you over the next 20 minutes will positively impact your snow skiing experience. In fact, let me ask you a series of questions to make sure this webinar will speak to your skiing needs. If I could show you how to have accelerated recovery times, greater strength and stamina, greater lung function and oxygen delivery, significantly more energy production, reduced lactic acid formation, and substantially less fatigue and soreness after multiple days of skiing, would you be interested in learning how? If yes is your answer, then the information I'm about to share with you will make a difference in the quality of your skiing experience, guaranteed. But first I'd like to introduce you to our friend Burt Middleton. Here's Burt's story in his own words. Quote, "Powdered skiing is an unbelievable thrill. I kill for those fresh snow days here in Colorado where I can live out my number one passion in life, powdered skiing. I'm Burt Middleton, and I've been skiing since I was 12 and ski racing since I was 16. At 52, I'm skiing harder than I've ever skied in my whole life, and it's because of the information that's going to be shared with you today." End of quote. As we taught Burt, we're going to teach you about one organ you must pay attention to and properly nourish if you want to make a major impact on your ski experience. How this organ can accelerate your recovery time so that you, your family, and your friends can ski day after day without the fatigue and soreness that most people experience. I guarantee that if you apply this information, you'll be able to charge a lot harder and a lot longer before you come to the end of your strength and stamina while snow skiing. And instead of using the hot tub to recover from your muscle soreness, you can use it for romance and enjoying the beauty of the surrounding mountains. As any good skier knows, to maximize your time and expense to enjoy your sport, you need to focus on your legs, lungs, and core muscles. Your legs generate the power and stamina you need. Your core muscles transfer this power and stamina to the rest of your body, and your lungs will deliver the oxygen necessary to make it all happen. To help you understand how important oxygen exchange and delivery is to your performance, let me ask you this question. If I gave you the choice between two stock options that would pay you for the rest of your life, both stock options had the same entry level, but stock option A would pay you a 2% return for the rest of your life, and stock option B would pay you a 36% return for the rest of your life, which stock option would you choose? A 2% return, or B, a 36% return? If you're smart like most of the people I talk to in my live presentations, then your choice is B, a 36% return. Well, that's the difference between anaerobic respiration without oxygen and aerobic respiration with oxygen. In anaerobic respiration, 1 unit of glucose produces a net gain of 2 units of energy, plus the waste products are pyruvic acid, which your body converts to lactic acid. Lactic acid is that burning sensation you feel in your muscles and becomes a limiting factor in your sport. At high altitudes, it becomes even more prevalent because of the reduced oxygen level in the atmosphere. In aerobic respiration, 1 unit of glucose produces a net gain of 36 units of energy, 18 times more energy, and the waste products are carbon dioxide and water. Water to help hydrate your system, and carbon dioxide that is returned to your lungs. Carbon dioxide changes the pH of your lungs, allowing them to bind more oxygen to the hemoglobin of your red blood cells, which in turn delivers more oxygen to the working tissues. This is hugely important for all sporting activities, but especially for those at high altitudes. So the question becomes, how can you naturally enhance this process? And the answer lies in a little-known organ that most people have never ever heard of, yet this organ controls all of your cardiovascular system. This organ is called the endothelium. And while your heart is extremely important to your cardiovascular health, it's your endothelium that ultimately controls its overall function. Most people have never heard of the endothelium and have no idea how to properly nourish it for improved circulation. Yet the 1998 Nobel Prize in Medicine was awarded to 3 American researchers who discovered how this organ converts the amino acid L-arginine into nitric oxide, the master signaling molecule of your entire cardiovascular system. So let's examine this process. As you can see by this slide, the endothelium is a one-cell thick layer that lines all of your cardiovascular system. The inside of your heart, the inside of all your arteries and arterioles, veins and venules are lined by the endothelium. Your capillaries are just extensions of the endothelium. Because it's only one cell thick, many scientists thought it was just an inert membrane whose only function was to keep the blood in the circulatory system and out of your body's tissues and organs. However, research over the last 10 years has clearly shown the endothelium to be an active, multifunctional organ that plays a vital role in metabolic, immunologic, and cardiovascular health. Scientists now believe that your endothelial cells ultimately determine the health of your blood vessels and play a major role in preventing cardiovascular disease while improving athletic performance. The following picture will give you a conceptual idea on how large this organ is. It's estimated that there are approximately 60,000 miles of blood vessels in the adult body. Every blood vessel is lined by the endothelium. If you took out your endothelium and spread it on a flat surface, it would cover a surface volume of 4 to 8 tennis courts, depending upon the size of the individual. Your endothelium is the largest secreting organ in your body. That's a huge amount of surface volume, and one of the main functions of your endothelial cells is to produce nitric oxide, the master signaling molecule of your entire cardiovascular system. Who would have ever thought that an environmental pollutant could also be the most important signaling molecule in your entire body? Since its discovery, much has been learned about the role nitric oxide plays in your overall health and wellness. Specific to your cardiovascular system, nitric oxide regulates the muscle tone of blood vessels to have a major impact on controlling blood pressure. Nitric oxide stops blood platelet cells from grouping together to form a clot. This helps to prevent heart attacks and strokes. And nitric oxide promotes vascular reparative mechanisms when injury occurs to the endothelium. It's one of the keys to reversing atherosclerosis and hardening of the arteries. Bottom line, nitric oxide improves circulation. Circulation improves the delivery of oxygen and nutrients and properly removes cellular waste. This leads to better cell, tissue, and organ function, allowing you to perform and recover with greater efficiency. As I stated earlier, most people have never heard of the endothelium or the gas it produces, yet both are critical to your health and snow skiing performance. There are many different training programs designed to help you build strength, stamina, speed, endurance, and power to help you enjoy your ski activities. Foundational to every training program is your ability to fuel your muscle tissues with oxygen and nutrients to sustain your efforts. The limiting factors are energy production and lactic acid. As I shared with you earlier, anaerobic respiration, which is energy produced without oxygen, nets only 2 units of energy for every 1 unit of glucose. Plus lactic acid is formed, which becomes a limiting factor for muscular contractions and typically leads to muscle soreness. Aerobic respiration, which is energy production when oxygen is present, nets 36 units of energy for every 1 unit of glucose, 18 times more energy, and its waste products are water and carbon dioxide. Water to help hydrate you, and carbon dioxide to help the lungs actually bind more oxygen to the hemoglobin to help deliver more oxygen to your working tissues. So let's look at how this affects your skiing. Nitric oxide improves blood flow to help deliver more oxygen and nutrients to the working muscles. This will allow you to work at a higher aerobic capacity for a longer period of time. You'll be able to generate more energy to fuel your activities with substantially less lactic acid formation. Thus, you can work at a higher intensity and be able to recover quicker so that subsequent runs can be performed with less lactic acid buildup. This improves your anaerobic threshold, which is the limiting factor for most people in their training program, especially at high altitudes. It will also help strengthen your leg and core muscle groups, which are needed to sustain activities at high altitude. So what about performance? Athletic performance is a product of your training and the ability to properly fuel your body to meet the demands of your ski activities. Just like in training, Knowing how to repair and nourish your endothelial cells to improve their ability to properly produce nitric oxide can make a significant difference. By optimizing the health of your endothelial cells, you will help improve circulation. Improved circulation improves the delivery of needed oxygen and nutrients while carrying away the waste products that can limit performance, resulting in greater energy levels with substantially less lactic acid. Again, you have significantly improved your anaerobic threshold, which is usually the limiting factor for most people at high altitude and can affect everyone's performance. This will also have a positive effect on recovery. Recovery is a combination of waste product removal and reloading muscle tissue with the nutrients they need for repair and energy production. This is a function of improved circulation. With improved circulation, it's easier to remove limiting waste products to speed recovery. Improved circulation also delivers the needed nutrients to reload the muscle tissue and facilitate any tissue repair. This results in quicker recoveries from your ski activities, especially at high altitudes. And it even applies to those who don't train before they go skiing. The bottom line to all of this is an improved ability to sustain your skiing activities for a longer period of time. Plus, you can sustain it at a higher intensity with less lactic acid buildup, allowing for quicker recovery and substantially less muscle fatigue and soreness. This means that you'll be able to enjoy skiing the next day and the day after, rather than seeing a reduction in activity from lack of energy and increased muscle pain and soreness. So the question becomes, how do you go about naturally healing and nourishing the endothelium so that you can improve your endothelial cells' ability to properly produce nitric oxide? The answer to this question is we need to talk about two natural amino acids that must be part of your daily diet. The first amino acid is L-arginine. As you can see by the PowerPoint slide, I've listed some common food sources in which to obtain this amino acid. Let me make a few general comments. Most research indicates that for you to receive a therapeutic benefit from L-arginine, you need to consume at least 5 grams of this amino acid at one time. So I selected 6 food items that I thought would be common food choices. I did the math conversions to look at how much food you would need to eat to take in 5 grams of L-arginine. I also looked at the number of calories and grams of fat it would bring into your body. As you can see by the slide, peanuts provide the smallest quantity of food, but they pack on 70 grams of fat and 918 calories. You can get away with this on the ski slopes, but not on a daily basis. When you examine this slide, you can see that the 3 best choices are beans, tuna, or chicken breast. 1 can of beans or 2 cans of tuna or almost 1 pound of chicken are needed on a daily basis. This quantity of food is necessary to have a significant therapeutic effect on your endothelial cells and their ability to properly produce nitric oxide. The other amino acid is L-citrulline. It recycles L-arginine to help turbocharge the endothelium's ability to produce nitric oxide. There's not much of a food choice for this amino acid. Watermelon is your one and only good source. Unfortunately, 60% of the L-citrulline is contained in the rind portion, which most people never eat. When people realize all the food they need to eat and the limited menu they have to choose from, they begin to ask the question, is it better to get these critical amino acids through supplementation? Well, before we talk about supplementation, I need to make one more important point about these 2 amino acids. When you bring in a therapeutic level of L-arginine, it typically results in a 30-minute to 2-hour window of improved nitric oxide production. When you combine your L-arginine with L-citrulline, you increase this therapeutic production of nitric oxide to an 18 to 36-hour window. This has huge health benefits and makes a significant difference in your ability to recover from your ski activities. This is so important that the 1998 Nobel laureate Dr. Louis J. Ignarro had this to say in his 2005 bestseller, No More Heart Disease. Quote, "Any supplement program that does not contain L-citrulline and antioxidants to augment the L-arginine, and most on the market do not, is missing out on a major piece of the potential of nitric oxide to improve your cardiovascular health." End of quote. Well, L-arginine and L-citrulline are the two most important nutrients you need to pay attention to. The following also play an important role in your ski activities: vitamin D3 and vitamin K2. Vitamin D3 and vitamin K2 have been making it into the news cycle for multiple reasons. When properly combined, these two vitamins help to keep calcium in your bones and properly regulate calcium in your bloodstream. Proper calcium levels are needed for optimal endothelial cell function. Why? Because the creation of nitric oxide starts with calcium. Let me use the following illustration to help you understand the importance of calcium in nitric oxide production. If you walk into a dark room and you want the lights on, you flip the switch on the wall. If you look at nitric oxide as the light, the wiring in the wall as the enzymes used by the endothelium to create nitric oxide, and the electricity as L-arginine, then the switch is calcium. Calcium starts the reaction. I can have a healthy endothelium with plenty of L-arginine present, but if I don't have calcium, I can't start the reaction, so no nitric oxide will be produced. I can have a healthy endothelium with plenty of L-arginine present, but if I don't have calcium, I limit the reaction. Vitamin D3 and vitamin K2 help to regulate your calcium levels in your bloodstream so that this reaction can properly take place. To help those who participate in high-altitude sports maximize their endothelial cell health and function, I recommend Pro-arginine Plus from Synergy Worldwide. It's important to understand that this product didn't just happen overnight. This is a nutritional supplement that has both long and short-term clinical data to back up its ability to repair the one organ that makes all the difference in proper nitric oxide production. Pro-arginine Plus incorporates Nobel Prize winning science, cutting-edge vascular research, and pharmaceutical-grade manufacturing to create what many consider to be the best nitric oxide supplement in the marketplace. Pro-arginine Plus is manufactured by Nature's Sunshine Products and distributed by Synergy Worldwide. Nature's Sunshine is 40 years old. They're one of the most respected nutritional manufacturers in the world. Both Synergy Worldwide and Nature's Sunshine have received the NSF Good Manufacturing Certification, which means that they meet the highest standards in the nutrition industry for quality assurance and control. The manufacturing process to create the proprietary formulation of Pro-arginine Plus is second to none. A total of 247 tests are conducted along the various stages of manufacturing to ensure the highest quality and potency of the ingredients used. And once a batch has been produced, it must also pass through 15 additional tests before receiving its final stamp of approval. This level of quality is also reflected in the people who are associated with this product. On the screen is Dr. J. Joseph Prendergast, considered by many to be one of the leading authorities in the world on the use of L-arginine and L-citrulline for the treatment of cardiovascular concerns. Dr. Joe has been using L-arginine L-citrulline therapy since 1991 to help his diabetic patients experience phenomenal results. Dr. Joe contributed his 20 years of practical experience and research with the nutritional scientists at Nature's Sunshine Products to develop the Pro-arginine Plus formulation. What also makes Pro-arginine Plus unique in the nutrition industry is that it has clinical application and studies to back up its effectiveness. The High Desert Heart Institute is located in Victorville, California, and is considered one of the premier heart institutes in the world. In 2009, they did a human clinical study using Pro-arginine Plus. In fact, it's the most complete and comprehensive human clinical study ever done on a nutritional supplement. This study involved 33 congestive heart failure patients who were all medically and pharmaceutically managed to the maximum. Over a 90-day period, these patients were given an aggressive amount of Pro-arginine Plus, and by the end of 90 days, all patients had their medications substantially reduced. Because of these remarkable changes to their patients, the High Desert Heart Institute uses Pro-arginine Plus as part of their standard treatment program for their patients, and they continue to do ongoing cardiovascular studies using this highly effective product. I share this with you to let you know that this product has both short and long-term clinical application that makes a significant difference in the health of people. that it specifically repairs and nourishes the endothelial cells to improve their ability to properly produce nitric oxide, resulting in improved circulation and blood flow. As this product has been applied to high altitude activities like skiing, it has produced remarkable results. Improved training, improved performance, and improved recovery have all been noted by those who have made ProArginine Plus a part of their nutritional program. Most skiers will mix 1.5 to 2 scoops of ProArginine Plus in 10 to 12 ounces of water approximately 45 minutes prior to the start of their day. This allows time for the ingredients to enter their system to help provide the endothelial cells with the necessary ingredients for improved nitric oxide production. It then significantly enhances their ability to ski at higher intensity levels with less lactic acid formation for quicker recoveries. Some skiers will also hydrate themselves with ProArginine Plus during their ski activities to help them maintain good cardiovascular function. Because ProArginine Plus includes L-citrulline, it helps to enhance the body's ability to repair so that recovery is quicker. This overall effect has helped many skiers see significant improvements in their ski experience and recovery. Additionally, ProArginine Plus comes with a 90-day unconditional money-back guarantee. When you factor in ingredients, price, quality assurance, clinical studies, and a money-back guarantee, ProArginine Plus has the best value and an extremely competitive price. So I'll leave you with this challenge. If you want to maximize your ski experience so that your last day on the slopes is the same as your first day, then take the 90-day health challenge. Let ProArginine Plus power you to better training, performance, and recovery with a 90-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Contact the person who invited you to this webinar. They can assist you in your purchase of ProArginine Plus and help you properly start on this excellent product. Or you can contact us at the Synergy Co-op. I've placed our contact information on the screen. We're part of a team whose mission is to help save 1 million lives. We'll work with you to help you properly nourish your endothelium for improved nitric oxide production. And if for any reason you're not satisfied with your ski results during the 90-day health challenge, then you can return all the product, used and unused, for a full refund. Please call us if you have any questions about this remarkable product.